Welcome to Premiere Scene. My name's William McLaughlin and I'm here on day 2 of the 56th BFI London Film Festival. Braving the rain tonight are the director and actors of the new Bollywood hit Chakravyuh. I was wondering if you can tell us a little bit about your choice to produce, direct and write the project, and what does that let you do as a filmmaker?
Well, it's a complete process, you know. I mean, I have a team which works with me, but basically it's an idea. An idea has to be translated into a screenplay, and a screenplay has to be executed into a film, and eventually the film has to be shown to the audience. So it's a whole cycle you have to work at, and the kind of films I do, socio-political cinema, it does take a little bit more involvement than the other films which would be kind of purely entertainment films. So I have to make them entertaining, engaging, and at the same time I have to say a few things.
And how do you go about casting a film like this with two such distinct parts? What do you look for in your actors?
Instinctively, you know, I work on my instinct, and I'm very fortunate that big actors, commercially viable actors, you know, get convinced by me and work in my films, and that is how I'm able to make them at the scale that I can. But you know, it's always good to work with people who do believe in your subject.
Well, this is my second film with Prakash, and Prakash is a filmmaker who comes with a lot of research material to you. He had given me an inclination about a year back that he wanted to do a film, you know, based on the Naxal movement, and he wanted me to play the cop and show a dynamic of the police, which is also good, you know, because the cops in India have really taken a battering in terms of their reputation. And not necessarily everybody is bad. There are good cops in there as well. So that's the part that I play. Who's the idealist, who is a person who's going to come and say, his point of views are, if the system's not working, you've got to repair it. You know, by destroying it, no one's going to benefit. If people are going to get power at gunpoint, you know, they're going to rule you at gunpoint. And this is a very strong movement that's actually happening in India right now. Okay, it's got, I don't think there's been enough government will, because it's really spreading. It's also occurs because the distribution of wealth between the people who have opportunities in urban towns and cities compared to about 80% of the Indian population that lives in villages and small in forests, okay, they have nothing. So those people now have started to get involved in this movement, and they're easy targets for any movement like this, because really what does a person do if he's starving, you know, and the government's not taking care of him? And I think these are the issues that this film is all about.
And how do you think Indian audiences are going to respond to this, because it's such a hot topic at the moment?
I think that it's important for every Indian to I think it's important for every Indian to see, because I, sitting in the cities, get so involved in my own life that I read about it, you know about it, but because it's not at your doorstep yet, you know, you kind of ignore it and you're ignorant about it. I think we can't be ignorant about it anymore. So I think every Indian who watches it will realize that, and that's why it's important. And that should be the reaction, that they can't ignore something like this.
What's it like to come to the BFI?
It's great. I mean, it's my first time at the London Film Festival, and it's kind of nice to see that they are embracing films from, you know, other cultures, and this one is more of a mainstream Bollywood film. So the fact that they've picked this one is also kind of a different choice, which is nice. And yeah, I hope it goes far because of being here. Yeah,
I'm sure it will. Arjun plays your brother in the film.
No, actually, he's my friend.
He's your friend. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
What's the kind of relationship there, and how do you work as actors to create that relationship?
Well, we sort of play buddies who've grown up together and sort of love each other, and then have a fight and they don't meet each other. In fact, the film opens with them sort of reuniting after 7 years or so. So the director sort of sets up this friendship that's kind of intense and genuine and honest. And so as the film progresses and you see how the environment starts to affect that friendship, one that you as an audience have grown to really like, it affects you, you know, because you want them to be friends always. Yeah.
And what's it like working with Prakash Jah? What does he bring to your project?
He's actually a real dude, if I could call him that. You know, you sort of hear that he must be really intense and really serious on set and a hard taskmaster. And I'm like, tell me a director who's not a hard taskmaster, you know. They all have to get the best for their film. But what was interesting about him, and something that I haven't experienced yet with most directors, I guess, because I've worked with a lot of newcomers, him having so many years of experience, I suppose, he just was so prepared. And it was just so easy to shoot this film because everything was taken care of. And we never actually went too many hours of work a day. It was an amazing experience. And he's a really intelligent guy. He's really informed. He's really, he's full of knowledge, which is why he makes movies that are so issue-based. And it's just been a pleasure, not just to be directed by him as an actor, but just to spend time with him and to get an insight into your country and your culture from him is amazing.
So that was the action-packed Chakravyuh. I'm William McLaughlin. Thanks for choosing Premiere Scene.